Hello and welcome back to Can You Survive District 13. As you can see, there are 3 stools behind me at Tribal Council, but this is not a final Tribal Council. This is the final 3 Tribal Council.
All right, in final 3.
And in come our final 3, as you literally just heard Cam say 2 seconds ago. We have, coming into great applause, Phil, Aldrian, and Patch.
All right, we'll now bring in our jury. Lindsay, Todd, Francesca, Nick, Leo, Jess, Renee, and Kieran. All right, let's turn our attention over to the final 3. Phil, congratulations on your 3rd straight immunity win. It's a big decision you have in there. Talk me through a little bit about how you approached this decision.
Well, the 3 of us kind of made a plan a little while back to try to get to this point, and we did it. We decided we weren't going to really evaluate a final 2 until we can get to this 3. And so I think what I'm having to really weigh is both whose game do I really understand versus whose might I not have as much information on. Who do I think maybe has more pull with the jury, who may not, and then if there are votes in the middle, who might I be able to sway over the other person? So that's kind of what's forming my decision right now.
Okay. Aldrian, in your talks with Phil during this last session, I mean, I'm sure you're given the pitch of why you should, be sitting next to him. What is kind of the bullet points of why you should be there at the final 2?
The 2 main things that I said to Phil is, one, I think that my game is more different from Phil's than it is from Patch. And so I think that it would be something easier to distinguish from mine. The other thing is I think that Patch is a really strong speaker, and I think even stronger than me. So that's also something that's really important because it's one thing to make the moves, it's another thing to be able to like play it back to everyone and explain how that like propelled you forward.
Yeah. Okay. And Patch, I mean, pretty much same question to you. I imagine you sat down with Phil, gave him a pitch of why you should be there with him at the final 2, why it benefits him. What are those bullet points for you?
I kind of was just discussing how I felt both all these of my games might compare to his to give a little helpful guidance on that aspect. And then, I mean, let's face it, all these 2 challenges I have won at the pre-merge, and then she's just so amazing, and like she's so loved by so many people on this jury that I feel like that's going to be hard to beat in the long run.
Yeah. And Phil, I mean, how much do you buy into what they're selling you right now, too? I mean, they both have obviously a huge ulterior motive to be downplaying their own relationships, their own accomplishments. How do you try to read through that and understand what's truth?
Yeah. The good thing is I've played a lot of the game with both of them. So I've been able to firsthand observe a lot of it. So I do feel like they're being honest because the things they're saying are the things that I said to them, that I see as well.
Okay. Anyone here want to make any final pitches to Phil before we get to the vote? No? All right. This could be a very important decision. We will only have 1 vote at this tribal council, obviously, since you guys can only vote for each other. So, Phil, you have the honor of going to vote.
All right, and away we go. Heading on to tea time. All right, so when Phil said that they agreed that, he would make the decision at Final Tribal, he was not kidding. That is what he reported in his confessional as well. So, like, I truly don't know what the decision is, but I'll let you know what they each pitched him. So, let's get into it. So Aldrian did obviously pitch to Phil, but she's just really feeling like Phil is going to take Patch. And just as an exercise in case Phil does choose her, she ran down each juror with the confessionals to see like who she thought would get votes for her versus Phil. And she felt like she had 3 definite votes, but all the other votes were up in the air from jurors. Patch uh, thought that challenge wins would factor into his game more, but he got none. So he's feeling good about that from like a pitching to Phil perspective that he can't like point out his challenge wins. And he's proud of his social game. And he's really sad that Phil won because he wanted a final 2 with Patch and Aldrian, which is interesting given that Phil wanted to make sure that he was with people he that would both bring him, but I guess not. But it doesn't matter because he won anyway. And I am scampering back to tribal council. All right.
All right. I will read the vote. The next person voted out of Can You Survive District 13 and the final member of our jury, Aldrian. I got a Aldrian. The tributes have spoken. All right, Patch and Phil, you have gone as far as you can in this game. As you know, the power now shifts to the jury. We'll give you some time to prep a few short speeches, the jury some time to prep some questions, and we'll reconvene for final tribal council shortly. Congratulations, both of you.
All right. Sorry. Congratulations to Phil and Patch. Right now, our plan, I believe, what time is it? I think our plan is to go live for Final Tribal Council at 6:30. So that is currently the plan. So please join us all in the Capitol to crown our victor. And we here at Can You Survive will all be in our Capitol Citizen Best, our fabulous fashions. Feel free to dress up with us and celebrate as we crown another winner of Can You Survive. We want to see your fits. Send them to our Instagram. We'll repost you, and we cannot wait to find out who our next winner will be. See you at Final Tribal.